This tutorial explains a brief backwind jibe, also referred to as a race jibe. Let's walk through the trick. Ideally, you should be foiling about the same speed as the true wind. Therefore, this is safer to learn in light wind like this, as that reduces the speed required. Start your jibe, pulling more with the backhand and allowing your weight to shift towards toe side. Once the board rolls into a toe side roll, it will then turn downwind sharply. Before you ride fully downwind, you should feel the wind has mostly disappeared. You then have the freedom to move the hand wing towards the tail of the board. Shift your front hand and backhand towards the tail significantly. Your front hand should move back until it's in front of your stomach. You can also tap the wingtip on the water to help drag the wing towards the tail, although this is optional. Once the wing has moved back fully, you then raise the back hand. This will lift the wingtip away from the water and your board, plus this will prepare the wing to be flipped. As you carve away from downwind, the apparent wind will return and push on the top side of your canopy. This is known as being backwinded. To exit backwinded, let go with the backhand and raise the front hand to head height. Once your front hand reaches head height, the wing can flag out without hitting your body. You can then swap front hands, then place the new backhand to power the wing and ride away in toe side stance. You can see that getting the front hand to head height is key to depowering the wing and exiting the brief backwind. For your first attempts, raise the front hand early to avoid getting forcefully backwinded. Since you're still moving downwind at this point, there won't be much apparent wind and the forces on the wing will be minimized. With more experience, you can carve around further, get more backwinded and raise the front hand later. Note, if you don't move downwind quickly enough, the apparent wind won't drop much. Then you will struggle to move the wing or struggle while backwinded. Doing a wider jibe with more downwind distance, or trying in lighter wind, or using a little more foiling speed if you can safely handle it, will all help reduce your apparent wind. Let's review that riding right foot forward, goofy stance. Pull firmly with the backhand, let your weight shift towards toe side. Just before you ride fully downwind, bring the wing towards the tail of the board. Once the wing has moved back, you can raise the backhand to rotate the wing. As you turn away from a downwind course, the returning apparent wind will push harder on the top of the wing's canopy. To exit being backwinded, raise the front hand and let go with the backhand. You can then swap hands and ride away in toe side. This briefly backwinded jibe is sometimes known as a race jibe, since it has some vague similarities with a windsurfing race jibe. This wingfoil jibe, however, is not used for racing, and it isn't the best for keeping speed in fact. That's because the moment you turn away from downwind is when your apparent wind rebuilds, and if you're in a hurry, at that point you already want your hands swapped and the wing powered. However, with this jibe, at that key moment, you are then flipping the wing and swapping hands and missing out on the return of the apparent wind. Although not useful for racing, this briefly backwinded jibe is still a great challenge for your wing foiling skills. And it's a great way to prepare you for backwinded riding and other backwinded tricks. Good luck learning the Brief-Backwind jibe.